Tata bụ ụbọchị ikpeazụ n'afọ 2024. Asị nke nji oge n'ime live broadcast wee kene ọnụ. Unu si na ya naanị m ashọni gara agari. Ashọni chọ egwuni ka nkene ọnụ ka unu si na ya m. Unu si ihe na ya aka. Mme ọnụ anyị bụ Enuani Cultural Forum nke ọ na-ekpo ọkụ. Chukwu ya gọzie ọnụ gbaa unu mee. Chukwu ya gọzie ọnụ. Unu hụ na onye ntị tata. Tata etie m biography nwụna anyị bụ Ambassador Raphael Chukwu Uwechue, onye ọgwashi ka ọ bụ. Ọ bụghị onye isi ndị ọhaneze ndị Igbo, bụkwa onye isi ndị Igbo niile n'Afrịka na mbụ maka omeme akpọ Pan Igbo Movement. So ndị Igbo niile nọ n'Afrịka ka ọchị na mbụ gbamepụ ụgbọ akpọ Center for African Studies mgbe na-agwụ gbasara n'Igbo na African Culture. Onye ọgwụashukwu ka ọ bụ, onye ọdịnala ka ọ bụ, orinzele ka ọ bụ na ọgwashi. Ya bụ Chief Ogwunuzami of Ogwashu, ya bụ Chief Ochudo of Asaba. Onwere nne bụ onye Ubulukwu maka ụfọdụ ụlọ ike dị ayịyọ si na nye meni o ji ikpe gbasara Igbo bụ ike si nne dị bụ onye Imo steeti ka ọ bụ Anambra. Nne bụ onye Ubulukwu, family Ndekwu, Nadia bụ onye Ogwashi. Late Ambassador Raph Uwechue was a President General of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, and he is from Delta State. He is from Enuani. He is from Ogwashuku. His mother was also from Obuluku, a nearby community to Ogwashuku, my hometown. He is just one out of many Enuani people who identified because he is no longer here as Igbo people. There are so many of them in history who are from Enuani who identified as Igbo people. There are so many of them. So many. Uncountable, prominent personalities. If I am to go back in history, we had people like top personalities like our brother Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogu from Okpanam. He identified fully as an Igbo man. Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogu was a major in the army, and he was part of the people who struck that led to the Biafra Nigerian Civil War of 1967 to 1970. He's from Okpanam, still an Enuani community. Professor Angulonwe Jogo is the founder of the Department of History and Anthropology, University of Benin. He is from Ibuzo. He identified fully as an Igbo man, a professor of history. I can go on and on. Our sister, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala, is not just from Ogwashuku. She is the first daughter of Professor Ogochukwu Okonjo, the king of Ogwashuku, who passed before his son, Ifechukwu de Aninshi Okonjo, took over. So Ngozi Okonjo Iweala, princess and first daughter of the king of Ogwashuku, she still identifies as an Igbo woman. Our brother Ibe Kachiku is from Monichubo, was a minister of state for petroleum, identified fully as an Igbo man. In fact, when he was appointed a minister, there was controversy because he said, my people say I'm not Igbo. The other side said I am not Igbo enough. So I'm confused. I'm stuck in the middle. He's from Enuani. He's from Monichubo, identified as an Igbo. Our former minority leader of the House of Reps, Chief Ndode Godwin Elumelu, and the brother, who you know very well, that has Tony Elumelu Foundation, all identify as Igbo people. These are prominent men in Nigeria identifying as Igbo people. I can go on and on and on and on. So what we are doing is not me waking up today to say, let me do what my ancestors did not do. I've given distant history of people like Obi Olise, my own great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, fighting an Igbo cause against people from Benin. Obi Olise. The name Olise already tells you who he is. The son Ojuko, Oji Okobi, he that has the goodwill, the message of the king, took over. The son Dieze took over. Dieze is the father of Ojuko. So when people see me today and say, look at these ones, revisionists, hungry people, they just want to identify, you are creating content. I look at them and laugh. I'm towing a path that my ancestors told, and they are very proud about it. That is why when I'm putting out history, I have sources to back it up. I am from Obuluku, and there are no fewer than 12 professors from my community. 12 that I know of. There are so many of them that I don't know of, but there are no fewer than 12 professors from my community. Many of them are in communications. Professor Olisandeku is a professor emeritus now, a professor of communications. Professor Ofor, Modi, that I usually quote here, is a professor of history at the University, Delta State University, Abraka. It's one of the most prominent professors there. Very soon he will become Professor Emeritus. Most of the things that I write about our culture and our tradition and our Igbo-ness are from him. He is also a follower of this platform. I won't be surprised if he's watching this video. These people identify as Igbos, not partially, fully. Professor Samuel Osemeni is a professor of political science. He's my friend. He's my brother. He lives in Austin, Texas. He's the owner of African restaurant there. He's even around. These are professors. I don't have a doctorate yet. These are people who have gone far academically. They identify fully as Igbo people. I'm not doing this because I just want to do. There are so many of them. Austin J.J. Okocha, Joel Obi, Mondo Obiaka, Peter J. There are so many, too numerous to mention. And they identify fully as Igbo people. So it's not something that I started as a revisionist or that I just woke up and decided to do. No, it's something that people have done before me and set example. So what I'm doing is just to even buttress the point and carry the new generation along. This is why in the past, when you hear them talk about history, you usually see them showing you videos of old men. It must be an old man talking about history. Yes, Pat Utomi, my brother, is from Ibuzo. You see old people, usually they parade old people as people who know history. When an old man dies who relates with a young man, his library has burnt down. It is now on that young man to carry on the torch. I am carrying the torch of so many old people who have died. So many old people who you will not want to enter their house because you are scared. It will be a disappointment to many of them if I don't preach the message that was given to me. Exactly the way it was given to me. So, if some of our ancestors can go as far as Ife, where is Onitsha? Or where is Imo State? That is why I feel sad sometimes when I see somebody whose ancestor's name is Akalaka and is telling you he's not an Igbo man, is a Bini man. We are the ones who are close to Bini, who can tell you who your father was. Your father may have come from Anidu, not from Benin. Okay, maybe Benin, but it was Anidu then. And there were Igbo speaking people there. No Benin man will bear the name Akalaka. And so many other names that are related to it. No Benin man will bear the name Ezechima. And the interesting good thing about Igbos is that they don't change these names. Look at some of them who are abroad now playing music, playing football. You will see Ibe trying to answer the name Ibe. Ibe is Ibe. Cannot change. Our ancestors know how. All my father's children, no one has an English name. The English name you see in my name, fortune, it's me that gave it to myself. Father doesn't give you English name. You must have the Igbo name full, completely. So, by the time you see yourself as Ngozi, you now know whether you are an Igbo man or you are a Benin man. So, our ancestors completely knew that time shall come. People will start contesting, who are we? Are we this? Are we that? Are we white? Are we black? Are we fair? Are we dark? And then they maintained our culture. Especially that use of Ofor. That use of Ofor that people have tried to contest, to change, to twist, and it didn't work. Ofor remains Ofor. You can't buy it in the market. You can buy Ada, you can buy Eben. You can't buy Ofor. Even when you buy those ones and they say they usually do something to consecrate them, there's no crime you will commit. And they say, come and swear by this Ada, or come and swear by this Eben. And the dubious kings and traditional rulers of Enuani extraction are trying so hard not to be using this Ofor because they know what Ofor signifies. You can't be a liar. You can't be a deceitful person and be using Ofor. It's not possible. Your Ofor will strike you.
Enuani.